It's good to be back at school.
Yes, I agree. We notice people that haven't gotten the knowledge or opportunity to know more about what would they like to do in the future or as time goes by with being in quarantine.
With COVID, everyone had to stay at home, and some people weren't able to pass many of their classes, which made them not feel so good about
Bro,
themselves.
me too. Hi, my name is Elston Simer.
And I'm Jodeci Jardine, and here is
Tiani Hockey Williams, and we are Waianae High School seniors.
With the mind and heart and the return to in-class learning, we notice students still need the extra motivation. Having a big push to have a good, productive day starts with your mind, body, and soul.
Here is a table of content. To complete this event, thanks to the planning process worksheet, these 5 steps took a significant part in helping us have a great start to the project.
Although the event has not come up yet, we all know how to follow up and act towards the event that's going to take place in the later days. And here is the signed paper by our teacher, Miss Carey, as evidence of eligibility. Here is my resume and references.
As well as mine.
And mine too. Now for the others to question our qualifications, this is a helpful resource for them.
I like how we're all good at working in a group and being able to present using formal conversation.
It's one of our skills. As a group, we decided to make motivational and inspirational cards to show appreciation towards teachers and staff.
For the week of Valentine's Day, the cards were given to teachers and staff of Waianae High School. Every card was personalized, colored, and written with a phrase in hopes to brighten your day.
The best gifts are the unexpected ones. I think many of them really felt touched and appreciated.
After the volunteer event, the group reflected using the summary form. We were pleased with the outcome, which led us to think about what more could be done. Here, we started to transition over from teachers and staff to students.
The purpose of the event we're planning is to inform young adults of the importance of their health. We chose national days to revolve around the idea of health. The event activities are going to relate to what the national days are.
The services at the event are the activities that me and my group are in charge of with the help of our volunteer recruits.
There are many things me and my group will need for the service, including the spinning wheel, tables, decorations, etc.
The main goal why we chose to focus on health is to educate students about their total well-being. The way we are doing it is through activities to engage attendees.
At the end of each event, we want students to be able to recognize their options and make rational decisions, know the difference between good and bad factors in life, and compare and contrast their past to their present.
There are 4 events in April we have planned. The dates are the 7th, 13th, 22nd, and 28th.
We connected with other student-led programs to better impact our purpose of events. Alongside the events, our school student union will be running a Spirit Week.
To start off the research, we look towards dates that already have meaning or purpose. This sparked the idea of researching and choosing national days.
All the planned events will be held on our very own campus, Waianae High School.
There are 2 spots on campus that get a lot of attention. Arnold Wahi Wall found in the front campus and the 9th grade office found at the back campus.
Yes, both spots are very convenient for the event. Specifically, so if anything will come up, it will be covered.
To plan the event, group members were given specific roles to create a successful plan. There are roles prior to the event. My responsibility is to create flyers to pass out and cutouts to use for the backdrop. Also to figure out my introduction and greeting to say to make students want to participate.
As I was voluntold to DJ, I'll be taking care of the music and figuring out the whole sound system setup, even the picture taking setup to use for the backdrop, as we hope to capture many memories. Also to spread the word on social media by creating Instagram posts and bulletin announcements.
I will be in charge of coming up with questions for the spin the wheel and the table setup that surrounds it. It also creates posters around the school and at the event to advertise what's going on, as well as creating the backdrop. Notice how we're all going doing our own thing, but try to break apart big projects so it doesn't fall on one group member. At the time of the event, I will be working on spin the wheel, while I'll be greeting and introducing today's event to draw students in. Jodeci will be going back and forth and in front behind the table to set up.
Here I will make sure everything runs smoothly and actively interact with students to make sure they're having a great time. Everyone is working together by doing what we're good at, and to contribute better, individual roles are based on what we enjoy doing.
This event project is done as a group. It is better for us to produce the most impactful events.
With COVID taking a toll on school and certain activities, we must follow school regulations. So mask wearing, social distancing, and sanitizing will be done during the event.
Here's our timeline we made for the event dates and how we will be creating our presentation. This is the calendar for the month of February, for the month of March, and for the month of April.
This is our daily timeline log about what we did, when we did it, and who did it. Using this timeline allowed us to know what to work on at the time to make the deadline.
For the event, our target attendees are students at Waianae High School. We're trying to get information out there and letting people know how to come out. Our recruitment strategies are posted on social media and our school bulletin.
Our potential sponsors that will help us are Waianae High School and Hospitality and Tourism Club.
We will use our school resources and connections to spread the word of the events by advertising them on the school bulletin.
The amount of volunteers we're needing is 4, while the most is 6. With this number, we have found multiple people who volunteered and wanted to come and join us.
With the help of people who decide to volunteer, we are going to hold interviews with them to see what they are looking forward to do at the event.
Once we have our volunteer team, meetings will be held in C103 to discuss how the training is going to be, our expectations, and the event itself.
The training will take place a couple days before the event, on April 4th and April 5th. The volunteer responsibilities are straightforward. They'll learn what they must do for the event and training. They show up to the event half an hour before to help set up, and during which they will assist any of the group members.
Afterwards, we'll show the volunteers our great appreciation with food and love. The other things the volunteers will gain from this experience is volunteer hours and first-hand experience.
This will be a very big event held at school, so we're looking at getting over 75 students to participate. As shared before, we already have many of the needed materials and supplies.
Every event will most likely be a little different from others depending on how much there is to set up. Still, the group and volunteers will leave their second period half an hour early to get to the event ready and prepare ourselves.
The lunch bell will ring, and that's when the magic happens. The event will go on for the whole lunch, and when it's over, we will break down efficiently without wasting time due to the fact that we still have class.
There are 3 stages of the event marketing: pre, during, and post.
For marketing and advertising, before the event, we will be using flyers, posters, bulletin announcements, and social media platforms to spread awareness of our event.
Here are some drafts planned out. These will be used on Instagram to inform the upcoming events we have planned.
For more specific drafts, here are to show viewers information about that day. There you can notice the design and how it reflects what day it is. These are other social media posts for a different platform.
This is an example of a flyer that will pass out on the day of the event, but before, as a reminder to come out during lunch. I'll be using informational flyers and posters to market and advertise it for events. We have these drafts planned out.
The post stage of marketing and advertising for this event is following up, sending out a form for kids to answer these questions for us to use for future references.
Examples are: what was your first impression of the activity? Did you participate? Were you interested? And how did the activity make you feel?
We also created a QR code which we would consider letting students scan and give us feedback right after the interaction.
For this event, there are materials and supplies needed.
With the help of our teacher, Miss Carrie Reeves, she has many resources that we would use, such as a speaker, a spinning wheel, a popcorn, and shave ice machine.
There are other teachers to ask if necessary, since we are quite equipped with what we need. Our budget is low.
In case of any unforeseen change, there is a budget aside to use if more materials and supplies are needed.
If we wanted more decorations or little giveaway prizes like candy or granola bars, we could definitely add that into our medium budget.
The event is unpredictable, so if the first event cleaned out a supply closet, then our group will need to go into the higher budget, only if necessary.
Going by our plan, if we were to buy candy and granola bars for the event, we would shop at Walmart.
Our choices was Walmart since there's a wide variety of choices for the cheapest cost altogether.
The bag of items will include Jolly Ranchers, a variety of chocolates, and granola bars, all for a total price of $58.92.
Relating to the student body, it promotes total well-being and strengthening teen health. With FCCLA, we fall under the hospitality and tourism portion.
With the family and consumer sciences, we had taken a lesson of that in our customer service class.
Yes, and this is the national standard we fall under, which is leadership, management, and maintaining health. As followed, 1.2.6, 2.1.1, and lastly 2.1.6.
These are pictures of what our prep phase is and what is also the after side of planning and experiencing our event work.
Here are some pictures throughout our journey that captured our hard work and enjoyment of working together to plan this event.
One challenge we had to face was time management, and also the amount of volunteer hours we had and amount of volunteers, with COVID impacting our openings.
One of the skills we learned through this project was teamwork. We could use this for future careers by being able to work well with others.
Another skill we've learned was organization. Organization is used anytime, any place, anywhere. There isn't a time being organized was a flaw.
Thank
you.